The MMA India Show.
Luckily, it was only a minute-long fight, so just kind of explain that. On top of all the craziness, I've had even more craziness. A lot of people don't know about, and but that's what I do, man. I come to fight. I'm a competitor. I've been competing since I've been 6 years old, and this one-on-one, hand-to-hand combat stuff. And you call me tomorrow, give me a little water, a little food. I'll fight tomorrow. Fight in a couple hours if they need me to.
Any other craziness you want to go into, or do you want to keep that stuff to yourself?
Really just the cut and all that good stuff, and coming off always in shape, always training, getting ready for staying ready for that short notice UFC call. I've been staying ready for the last 2.5 years for this call, and when it came, I was coming off that knockout, and momentum, confidence is everything in this sport. I wanted to make it a little bit more exciting fight, but that's what Ray does. He throws that big overhand right and tries to push you up against the cage, and I felt like I did a good job of scoring in there, even when my back was against the cage. When he took me down, I tried a little roll through. Once that didn't work, I was right back up to my feet, every time, and felt like, when I did take him down, I was winning some, holding that grappling exchange and controlling that scramble.
When you envisioned your UFC debut, was it anything like what just played out in the cage?
Not at all. One, I figured I'd get some UFC newcomer, not a guy that just fought Demetrius Johnson in his last fight for the flyweight belt, and the flyweight's been my home for a while. I think bantamweight's the new step, but I wouldn't mind taking a couple months and getting my weight up and becoming a true bantamweight. I'm still a flyweight right now. And I definitely got the experience and the body to bulk up a little bit and become a true bantamweight. But man, I'm just enjoying the ride.
So under these circumstances, you taking the fight on short notice, you think if someone was going to miss weight here, it would have been you, but not the guy moving up 10 pounds to do it. What was your reaction when you heard he missed weight? The process and still accepting.
Right, really it didn't surprise me too much. Nothing against Ray Borg, but I knew where mine's at. I always make weight. Two, I'm always going to come to fight. You rip my arm off, I'll beat you with the other one. I've always, any injury or anything like that's never kept me from a fight. I don't think I've ever pulled out from a fight ever, amateur or pro. I fought both contender series fight with 2 tears in my rotator cuff. I'm a competitor. I'm a warrior, man. That's what I do. Missing weight, it was a pound. It happens, but we're all professionals here. We all signed a weight to make. He's coming up 10 pounds. He probably had 8 to 10 weeks notice on this fight, maybe a little bit shorter, but make weight, man.
Were you surprised by the 30-27 card? I think that threw me off a little bit. 29-28, I think you can justify.
Yeah, I have to go back and watch, but when they read that 30-27, I felt pretty comfortable there because I felt like I really dominated that first round, especially. He didn't do a whole lot with any of his takedowns. I set him down once with that inside leg kick. I felt like the striking exchange I won as well. The little that we had, and we kind of finished the fight swinging at each other. And I would have liked more of the fight to have been like that, but he did a good job closing the distance and kind of holding me against the cage and kind of forced the grappler out of me.
Sure. So you beat a guy like Ray Borg in your debut on short notice. It seemed like that put you on an accelerated path, just in terms of fighting competition. How do you see your career unfolding from here? What kind of names do you want?
Oh man, I'll take anybody, but you step in against number 3 flyweight Ray Borg. That's a tough fight. There's a ton of bums in the UFC right now that I feel like I would run through, call them my bonuses. start knocking off those 50K when I put them away. But there's also a lot of really tough guys that I got my eye on as well, but I'd like to have a full camp and then get back in there and see what I can do.
You talked post-fight about taking some time off now because you have had 2 fights close together. What's the time frame that you want to maybe come back?
Not too much time, man. Shoot, like I said, I'll fight next week if they want me to, but give me a month, give me 2 months, and just to kind of bulk up a little bit, get that cardio up where it should be, fight camp shape. I felt great really going 3 rounds against Ray Borg in an all-out grappling exchange. It doesn't get any more cardiovascular than that, and I felt like I was in pretty good shape, but I can take it to another level.
You talked about some bums in the UFC. Maybe this is your opportunity if you want to call anyone out. I don't know.
Man, don't got any names. Just give me some of those guys, and I feel like I'll run right through them.
What about the crowd reaction at the end?
You know that.
At you, or was it because of everything Ray had been gone through, or?
Yeah, you know, I think he's got a little bit of fan reaction with the, you know, what he's gone through, but you know, I wish the best for his son, you know, in the recovery and everything. But you know, we all have personal lives, you know what I mean? Some worse than others, but you know, I got my own personal life too, and I'll show up, make weight, and come to fight no matter what. You know, as far as the UFC fans, man, they like to see a bloody war mess, and that's the kind of fight I like to be in. But you know, like I said, he did a good job of bringing the grappler out in me, and you know, I got to let that warrior go a little bit at the end, but you know, I think it was a little too late by then.
Following up on that, you know, you have a vision for when you make a debut for such a big stage. Is that a downer, the booing, or the process is too fun?
The process is too fun. I think I might have said it on the mic, like, you know, half those guys, they don't even know what fighting is, let alone stepping in there and what it's like to fight against a former title contender on 6 days' notice, you know. So, you know, they can boo all they want. You know, I know what I did. I truly felt I won the fight. You know, I can think of like 2 shots he landed in the whole fight, and you know, those times he did take me down, I never felt threatened at all by his little back control. You know, every time he jumped on it, I knew he was going to slide off. And, you know, I had him in some spots that I felt like I could, you know, do some damage. He did a good job of getting out of him, though. So it was a great fight, man.